Echinodermata. The echinodermata, we know that these are the group of organisms which are all marine. So, it is a characteristic feature of the echinodermata that all organisms are marine animals, and they have the water vascular system in them. Okay, so these are the characteristic features of the organism which are grouped in the phylum Echinodermata. So let's explore what are the other key features or the characteristic present in the phylum Echinodermata. So these are basically the marine animals and they have the spiny body. Okay, spiny body. They are the coelomate body, they have the true coelom in them, and the endoskeleton is made up of the hard calcareous plate which is covered by a thin epidermis. That is why they have the spiny body which we are seeing. The body is the radial symmetry as well as the bilateral symmetry can be seen in the larval stages. So we can say that the radial symmetry is of the adult in the echinodermata and the bilateral symmetry is generally observed in the larval stages. The water vascular system and the tube feet, they are used for the locomotion as well as for the feeding purposes. So water vascular system is the characteristic feature of this phylum. Digestive system is complete in the phylum Echinodermata. If digestive system is complete, it means the mouth is present, which is generally present on the lower side, that is on the ventral side, and the anus is present on the upper side, or we can say it is present on the dorsal side. So digestive system is complete. The excretory system is absent in the echinodermata. So this point to be remembered for the examination purposes, that in which phylum the excretory system is absent. So echinodermata excretory system is absent. The sexes are separate, means they are the dioecious body. The male and the female body are different. The fertilization generally take place externally and the development is through the indirect method. They have the free swimming, the larval stages present in them. The respiratory organ, the different respiratory organ are present in the different organism. For example, in the starfish, they have the skin gills or papilla. It is also known as the dermal branchiae in the starfish through which respiration generally take place. In the brittle star, they have the genital bursae. They have the genital bursae for the respiratory purpose, and peristomial gills are generally present in the sea urchin, the cloacal trees in the sea cucumber, and the tube feet generally present in all the organisms of the phylum Echinodermata. Okay, so these peristomial gills, what happen? These are the branch thin wall outgrowth of the body only, which are generally present at the margin of the peristome. That is why it is known as the peristomial gill. The major classes of the phylum Echinodermata, basically, the phylum Echinodermata is subdivided into the two subphylum. Okay, two subphylum. What are these? So, two subphylum. First one is a Palmetazoa, Palmetazoa, and second phylum is the Eleotherozoa, Eleotherozoa. Okay, so two subphylum. The first is the Palmetazoa, and second is the Eleotherozoa. And the Palmetazoa basically it consists of the Crinoidea class, and Eleotherozoa basically consists of the four classes, which includes the Asterio, in which the sea stars are included. They have the arm radiating from the central disc. They have the tube feet for the attachment purpose and as well as for the feeding purposes. They have the unique feeding mechanism which involves the stomach inversion, and also they have the ability for the regeneration. Their body can regenerate and and it can regenerate their lost part. The second classes of the Eleutherozoa is the Ophiuridia, which includes the brittle star, and they have the central disc and the long flexible arm, and they move through the serpentine movement. So we can say the movement through the serpentine motion, and they have the tube feed with the adhesive chemicals. So adhesive chemicals are generally present, which are generally linked with the tube. Next is the echinoderm classes of the second subphylum, which includes the sea urchins and the sand dollars. These classes, these group of organism, basically they lack the arms in them, but they have radially arranged tube feet are there. Okay, but they have radially arranged two feet. And sea urchins, basically, they have the long spine and they have the complex jaw like structure for the eating purposes. For the eating purposes or for eating seaweed, we can say. Okay. The sand dollar are the flat disc-like structure. The Holotheroidea includes the sea cucumber and they lack the spines and they have the reduced endoskeleton and they have elongated oral aboral axis. Two feet is there for the movement and for the feeding purposes, and they are provided with the tentacle-like structure. Okay, so tentacle-like structure are generally present around the mouth. Around mouth. Next, the first class, the Crinoidea, basically is the only class which is included in the Palmatozoa, which is the first subphylum of the Echinodermata, which includes the sea lilies and the feather star. And sea lilies are attached by the stalks, and the feather straw they crawl with a